Llegamos. Vamos a darle corillo, vamos a darle aquí donde nos quedamos exactamente. No he cambiado nada, estamos exacta. Dímelo, Danger, el podcast activo, a terminar de ver la historia. Duro. Mira, vi que me escribiste. Te contesto ya mismo, te envío el emulador. Es más, aquí está en el título. Ahí está en el título. RC. Duro, papi. Dale. Que esto yo lo termino ahora como en una hora y termino el juego este. Y después me voy para Apex. Aquí estamos. Vamos a darle corillo. Diablo, tengo me tiraron a la vez. No quiero terminar ahora. No quiero terminar ahora. En la cabeza, la verdad. Me jodí, me cogí de nuevo. Sí. Coño. Diablo. Contra. Coño. Esto. Cosa mía. Vete para allá. ¿Qué pasó? Ay. Voy ahora. Voy ahora, bebé. Toma. Ya, mamá. Oye, viste ahí temprano, sí, papi. Estuvo duro. Estuvo duro. Tacho, sí, duro, papi. Te guillaste ahí. Te guillaste. Te guillaste. Papi, se metieron como 20 personas, 23, tenía como 25, 27 personas viéndome. De una. Hacho, sí, se guillaron. Se guillaron. Ya, los dos misiles me están jodiendo, ¿viste? Bueno, déjame ver si yo puedo tirar un chaff grenade. Pero si tiro un chaff grenade, también me jodo yo. Me mató. Ya, entre chicos.
Right, respond. Right, Raiden.
¿Cuántos tengo que matar? Ay, eso sí. Ya estaba acabando. Mira el cuadro. Mierda. Yo, falta. ¡Ay! Me dio durísimo. Diablo. Niema. Me cago en la madre, chico. Me acuesto y me jodí.
Raiden, come in. Raiden.
Me dieron mucho esta vez porque me acosté sin querer. Vamos a ver. Wow. Miércoles, me sí se quedó envuelto ahí. Vamos a ver ahora, probar aquí. ¡Eh, mierda! Neta. Pero que me está poniendo en la cara.
Raiden, are you all right?
Vamos allá, vamos allá.
Raiden?
Vamos
Raiden!
allá, vamos allá. Vamos allá, Corillo, vamos allá, vamos allá, vamos allá. Se puede. Miércoles. Miércoles. Wow. Pero ¿por qué me da en la cara tan rápido este? ¿Cómo? ¿Cómo que te cura? Me quedé sin bala. Estoy más concentrado con jugo de China. Diantre, me cogió de pendejo. Ya sé. Cuando
Raiden,
estoy
what's wrong?
adentro, tengo que preocuparme nada más de los
Raiden!
misiles.
Raiden!
Ya estoy entendiendo la movida. Cuando estoy uno adentro, solamente tengo que preocuparme de los misiles de afuera. Ahí está, les di en la cara, ahí está, les di en la cara. Es ninja ahora por eso. Te lo dije. Igual que la otra. Que esta es una copia del juego 1. Lo mejoraron para traerlo a la nueva generación.
Oh, but don't do this. They'll know.
I'll hold them off. Give you time to get away.
What about you? This is suicide.
Your nanomachines, they're transmitting your vital signs to the Patriots. If you die, my child dies. You understand?
The child.
I see. So that's why you sold your troops out to me. So many dead, and they all died trusting you! Weren't they your comrades?
No, not just comrades. Family.
Huh?
I know I'm going to hell, but at least my child.
I applaud your attitude. If you have a death wish, I'll be happy to accommodate you. See you in hell!
Diantre, le explotó la cabeza.
Olga.
Enjoy the show, Jack. Let's pick up where we left off. What's going on? What's wrong with it?
AI, GW, it's out of control.
What?
El virus.
I'm reading an abnormal impulse cascade throughout the neural network. I can't shut it down.
What happened?
Maybe some kind of virus.
The Patriots?
I don't know.
Ocelot, what have you been up to?
It's too late. Arsenal's system control is going haywire. It's on an emergency ascent course.
Stupid machines!
Se va a rendir así de fácil.
You still have some use.
I've captured Snake. Snake?
Bring him in.
Se chavo Jack. ¿Qué le pasó a Jack? ¿Qué le pasó a Jack? Claro que quiere guardar la partida. Claro que quiere guardar la partida.
Are you awake yet, Jack? GW, the Arsenal AI is corrupted beyond repair. I admit that I underestimated you.
Ah, como dejé el programa abierto desde que me fui, contó 13 horas. Echa bien,
I'll squeeze the answers out of you instead, my son.
después yo lo hago desde el otro. Luego me lo hago. Ya, contra este tipo me está jodiendo. Solidus, me vas a matar de una, chico, dale con calma. Diablo.
What do you hope to hear? You know he doesn't know anything.
Wow.
It's not him I want the answers from.
Oh.
What do you mean?
That's not your business.
Oh, really? It so happens I have some business of my own to attend to.
Planning to hijack Arsenal?
Huh?
You were going to screw me over, weren't you?
Who talked? Ocelot?
Not exactly. I was the one who used Ocelot to suggest the idea to you in the first place.
What?
I was planning to give you Arsenal to begin with.
Why the uncharacteristic generosity?
I'm no philanthropist. Arsenal is far from impregnable. It needs other Metal Gears as guards, a huge payload of warheads, and full air, sea, and land support to function efficiently. Against a large attack force without support, Arsenal is nothing more than a gigantic coffin. Seizing Arsenal gear was never the real objective.
What was your objective then?
A list of names of the Patriots! They were planning to extend their control to digital information flow with GW and Arsenal. That means the information they want to filter out is contained in GW, including that list of the highest 12 members of the Patriots Wiseman's Committee.
And once you knew who they were, you would cross out their names one by one, while we, with our useless arsenal, drew their fire.
Very good.
You were using us all along.
Were you any different?
But your plans hit a snag with GW destroyed, hasn't it?
No, there is another way.
Really? But we have our own plans to carry out. We'll take the arsenal since you don't care for it anyway. The purified hydrogen bomb is ready to go.
A nuclear strike won't stop them.
It will damage their power source. The mindless masses that they control. First things first.
Of course. That was what you wanted. I won't stop you. Good luck.
Thanks, but I have quite enough of that.
¿Por qué se ríe el tipo este?
What exactly do you find so funny?
Me gusta esto y me echa hielito nuevo.
usually are humorous.
Refresco. Me trae refresco.
I wouldn't have minded watching some more of it, but we're running a little short on time.
What are you talking about?
Everything you've done here has been scripted. A little exercise set up by us.
Exercise?
The
The
Patriots.
S3 plan was conceived as a means to produce soldiers on par with Solid Snake. That's what I told you. But the VR training the boy was put through is not the meat of the project. You think this little terrorist incident is your own doing, Solidus? This is the S3 training kernel. An orchestrated recreation of Shadow Moses.
¿Viste que era una
What?
recreación de Shadow Mouse? Yo se lo estoy
Aims
diciendo.
and the president's deaths.
Yo no me
The
acordaba
ninja.
mucho de, o sea, de esta serie de Metal Gear,
The
pero
computer
el juego
virus
era
that
igual.
mimics Fox Die.
Lo mismo.
Did you really think they were all a coincidence?
¿Viste? Te estoy
Aim's own
diciendo.
nanomachines were used to shut down his pacemaker. I arranged for the appearance of the ninja as well. As for the president, although Johnson realized what was going on, he played out his allotted part. As for the computer virus, it's a digital counterpart of Fox Die. It was also designed to eliminate every scrap of information regarding the Patriots from GW.
Ajá.
Your
Ya
plan
lo
was
puedo.
invalidated even before execution, Solidus.
Ajá.
Fat Man was a different story. He's one of our own people, a sort of examiner we hired to test the boy's progress before letting him tackle the exercise proper. We had to
Ya
arrange for
lo
Stillman's
quedo.
presence to coax the maniac into agreeing. If the boy had allowed the big shell to be destroyed, this exercise would have ended there. The project has no room for failures.
What do you mean?
Given the right situation, the right story, anyone can be shaped into Snake. Even
Correct.
rookies can fight like men of experience. An instant creation of genius. And this training kernel will provide more than enough data to formulate such a program. You, Dead Cell, Olga, you're all nothing but pawns placed to create the perfect simulation.
Ajá.
Solidus, you and the boy were selected because your relationship resembles the one between Snake and Big Boss.
Padre e hijo.
Fortune, you and the rest of Dead Cell stand in for the Foxhound squad that Snake took on in Shadow Moses. You're the most impressive collection of freaks outside of Foxhound.
Ay, es la colección de todo.
We've gone to a lot of trouble to set you up against the boy. That story about purified hydrogen bombs is just the tip of the iceberg.
No sé qué
The
era, mi amor.
project was already underway when I sunk that tanker, along with your old man 2 years ago.
A ver, ese.
Throwing your husband in the brig was a part of it too. You were told that the eradication of Dead Cell 6 months ago was an act of the Patriots. We provoked and encouraged your hatred.
Ya lo que duro la
And you opted
historia.
for vengeance, just as we planned.
Ajá.
All orchestrated?
Except for the appearance of the real Solid Snake. I wonder now who sent for you.
All our misfortune was just a part of their project?
Toma. Se te acabó la fortuna, mamita. Todas las balas menos esa. Tú tranquila.
How could...
You're no Lady Luck. You have nothing that we didn't give you.
Jaja, jaja.
What?
No entiende que todo es una simulación.
Do you
Well,
know
that's what
why
I'm
no
saying.
bullet could hit you? It wasn't magic, or some new age mumbo-jumbo. Certainly wasn't your psychic talents. It was
Jaja.
all staged by the Patriots.
Staged?
You were being shielded by the electromagnetic weapons technology that the Patriots developed. Your Dead Cell comrades loved your father and husband. We needed a pathetic wretch like you to keep them focused. You've been our puppet all along, just like Olga.
Jaja.
No.
You were hamming it up as the tragic heroine, thanks to the script that the Patriots wrote for you.
Ajá.
Pure self-indulgence, absorbed in your own misfortune. You couldn't get enough of the drama.
I could have died whenever I wanted to.
Thought I got her in the heart.
It missed.
Now I remember. Your heart's on the right. Waste of metal, my dear, but your luck's run out. This is the little gizmo. There's no such thing as miracles or the supernatural, only cutting-edge technology.
Bastard.
No, tira mentiras, qué duro. Ay. Y ahora, ¿cómo le damos? Dímelo, Danger y Notify. Eso de los comandos, hay que prenderle.
Now that I have enough data, all I have to do is retrieve Arsenal and clean up the refuse from the exercise.
Just try.
How's this then?
Damn.
Fortune!
You idiot! Get the hell away from there!
I told you, your luck's run out. Take your reward. It's all the payload Ray has. Die!
Esa es la gracia por ese like. Fíjate, ese like no me salió. No me salió acá.
What the? Impossible!
She is Lady Luck.
My name is Helena Dolph Jackson, the daughter of a proud and noble soldier. I can see my family again.
Damn! Try this instead. No! No! No, not now!
Liquid! I've been waiting for this!
I've been waiting for
Can't
this. Que no puede ser.
I've been inside this arm all along, waiting for the right time to awaken.
You were inside Ocelot?
Yes, a sleeper in the arm of a Patriot spy.
It was you 2 years ago?
Exactly. I was controlling him. Snake, it was I that leaked information about Arsenal to your partner and got you out here.
What?
You're the only one that can free me. After all... I'm off to bury the Patriots for good.
You know where they are? How?
Why do you think I chose Ocelot as my host? But before I go, I have a family matter to settle with both of you. There's room for only one Snake and one big boss.
Le has dado duro. Y papi, ya lo tengo ya. Yo te dije que ya lo terminaba como en 1 hora. Los juegos se bajan en diferentes páginas. Los bajas, tienes que bajar ISO, pones el nombre de juego y pones ISO. ISO. Y buscar el link por ahí.
Like surfing, it's a good way to go.
Liquid! Stop this thing!
Hey, Snake, you coming?
Hey Snake, are you coming? Sí. Él no tiene miedo, papá. Él no tiene miedo, papá. 60, este está corriendo a 30, un video bien cargado, 60 normal. Mira, ahora está corriendo a 60. A ver si se me carga un poquito. El moderador por aquí está. Y yo tengo el control conectado. Yo lo con el control.
Federal Hall.
What are you laughing at?
You know what day it is today.
April 30th?
A mí me estaba control de Play 4. Pero puede usar de Play 3 también.
George Washington took office as the
Y hasta de
first
Play
president
5
of the
creo
United
que ya lo
States of
puedes
America
usar.
200 years ago today. And it happened right here. We were going
Sí,
to
cualquier
declare
tipo de
another
control.
independence.
Pero
The
si
dawn of a
usas
new
Play 3 o Play
nation
4,
here.
pues tú sabes que
The
tienes
end
que
of the
conocer,
Patriots'
decir el
secret
control
rule.
que es para las
Liberation of
vibraciones,
this
porque él
country.
vibra y todo, o
This
sea, él coge todos los
was where it was
comandos del
supposed to
Play.
begin. This is where freedom could have been born.
All you want is power at any
Sí,
cost.
también.
Jack,
Te confirmo
it's
ahora.
not power I want. What I wanted to take back from the Patriots are things like freedom, civil rights, opportunities.
Sí, se puede.
The
Dual
founding
sense,
principles
dual
of this
shock,
country.
key. X input,
Everything that's about to be
joystick.
wiped out by their digital
Sí, se puede.
censorship. Jack, listen to me. We're all born with an expiration date. No one lasts forever. Life is nothing but a grace period for turning the best of our genetic material into the next generation.
Papi, estoy entendiendo bien el juego ahora.
The
de
data
Metal
of
Gear,
life
porque
is transferred from
yo
parent
lo
to
conocía,
child.
pero no
That's
así
how
de
it works.
fuerte como ahora.
But we have no heirs, no legacy. We brothers are called les enfants terribles. Cloned from our father, with the ability to reproduce conveniently engineered out. What is our legacy if we cannot pass the torch? Proof of our existence, a mark of some sort. When the torch is passed on from parent to child, it extends beyond DNA. Information is imparted as well.
¿Qué dice?
All I want is to be remembered by other people, by history. The Patriots are trying to protect their power, their own interests, by controlling the digital flow of information. I want my memory, my existence to remain. Unlike an intron of history, I will be remembered as an exon. That will be my legacy, my mark in history. But the Patriots would deny us even that. I will triumph over the Patriots and liberate us all, and we will become the Sons of Liberty!
Raiden, are you receiving? We're still here.
How's that possible? The AI was destroyed.
Only GW.
Who are you?
To begin with, we're not what you'd call human. Over the past 200 years, a kind of consciousness formed layer by layer in the crucible of the White House. It's not unlike the way life started in the oceans 4 billion years ago. The White House was our primordial soup, a base of evolution. We are formless. We are the very discipline and morality that Americans invoke so often. How can anyone hope to eliminate us? As long as this nation exists, so will we.
Cut the crap! If you're immortal, why would you take away individual freedoms and censor the net?
Jack, don't be silly.
Don't you know that our plans have your interests, not ours, in mind?
What?
Jack, listen carefully, like a good boy.
The mapping of the human genome was completed early this century. As a result, the evolutionary log of the human race lay open to us.
We started with genetic engineering, and in the end, we succeeded in digitizing life itself.
But there are things not covered by genetic information.
What do you mean?
Human memories, ideas, culture, history.
Genes don't contain any record of human history.
Is it something that should not be passed on? Should that information be left at the mercy of nature?
We've always kept records of our lives, through words, pictures, symbols, from tablets to books.
But not all the information was inherited by later generations. A small percentage of the whole was selected and processed, then passed on. Not unlike genes, really.
That's what history is, Jack.
But in the current digitized world, trivial information is accumulating every second, preserved in all its triteness, never fading, always accessible.
Rumors about petty issues, misinterpretations, slander.
All this junk data, preserved in an unfiltered state, growing at an alarming rate.
It will only slow down social progress, reduce the rate of evolution.
Right. You seem to think that our plan is one of censorship.
Are you telling me it's not?
You're being silly. What we propose to do is not to control content, but to create context.
Create context.
The digital society furthers human flaws and selectively rewards development of convenient half-truths. Just look at the strange juxtapositions of morality around you.
Billions spent on new weapons in order to humanely murder other humans.
Rights of criminals are given more respect than the privacy of their victims.
Although there are people suffering in poverty, huge donations are made to protect endangered species. Everyone grows up being told the same thing.
Be nice to other people.
But beat out the competition.
You're special. Believe in yourself and you will succeed.
But it's obvious from the start that only a few can succeed.
You exercise your right to freedom, and this is the result. All rhetoric to avoid conflict and protect each other from hurt. The untested truths, spun by different interests, continue to churn and accumulate in the sandbox of political correctness and value systems.
Everyone withdraws into their own small gated community, afraid of a larger forum. They stay inside their little ponds, leaking whatever truth suits them into the growing cesspool of society at large.
The different cardinal truths neither clash nor mesh. No one is invalidated, but nobody is right.
Not even natural selection can take place here. The world is being engulfed in truth.
And this is the way the world ends. Not with a bang, but a whimper.
We're trying to stop that from happening.
It's our responsibility as rulers. Just as in genetics, unnecessary information and memory must be filtered out to stimulate the evolution of the species.
And you think you're qualified to decide what's necessary and not?
Absolutely. Who else could wade through the sea of garbage you people produce, retrieve valuable truths, and even interpret their meaning for later generations?
That's what it means to create context.
I'll decide for myself what to believe and what to pass on.
But is that even your own idea?
Or something Snake told you.
That's the proof of your incompetence right there. You lack the qualifications to exercise free will.
That's not true. I have the right.
Does something like a self exist inside of you?
That which you call self serves as nothing more than a mask to cover your own being.
In this era of ready-made truths, self is just something used to preserve those positive emotions that you occasionally feel.
Another possibility is that self is a concept you conveniently borrowed under the logic that would endow you with some sense of strength.
That's crap!
Is it? Would you prefer that someone else tell you? All right then. Explain it to him.
Jack, you're simply the best, and you got there all by yourself.
Oh, what happened? Do you feel lost? Why not try a bit of soul-searching?
Don't think you'll find anything, though.
Ironic that although self is something that you yourself fashioned, every time something goes wrong, you turn around and place the blame on something else.
It's not my fault. It's not your fault.
In denial, you simply resort to looking for another, more convenient truth in order to make yourself feel better.
Leaving behind in an instant the so-called truth you once embraced.
Should someone like that be able to decide what is truth?
Should someone like you even have the right to decide?
You've done nothing but abuse your freedom.
You don't deserve to be free.
We're not the ones smothering the world. You are.
The individual is supposed to be weak,
Mira, si no
but far from
consigue
powerless. A single
dónde bajan
person
los
has
juegos,
the
me avisa y
potential
te
to
ayudo a
ruin the
buscarlo.
world.
And the age of digitized communication has given even more power to the individual. Too much power for an immature species.
Building a legacy involves figuring out what is wanted and what needs to be done for that goal. All this you used to struggle with. Now we think for you.
We are your guardians, after all.
You want to control human thought? Human behavior?
Of course. Anything can be quantified nowadays. That's what this exercise was designed to prove.
You fell in love with me just as you were meant to, after all. Isn't that right, Jack?
Ocelot was not told the whole truth, to say the least.
We rule an entire nation. Of what interest would a single soldier, no matter how able, be to us?
The S3 plan does not stand for solid snake simulation. What it does stand for is selection for societal sanity.
¿Qué es eso?
The S3 is a system for controlling human will and consciousness. S3 is not you, a soldier trained in the image of Solid Snake. It is a method, a protocol that created a circumstance that made you what you are.
So you see, we're the S3, not you.
Qué duro.
What you experienced was the final test of its effectiveness.
That's crazy.
You heard what President Johnson said.
The Arsenal's GW system is the key to their supremacy.
The objective of this exercise was to establish such a method. We used Shadow Moses as a paradigm for the exercise.
I wonder if you would have preferred a fantasy setting.
We chose that backdrop because of its extreme circumstances. It was an optimal test for S3's crisis management capacity. If the model could trigger, control, and solve this, it would be ready for any contingency. And now, we have our proof.
Qué duro.
Raiden, there are also reasons behind your selection. Solidus raised plenty of other child soldiers. Do you know why we chose you over them? It was because you were the only one who refused to acknowledge the past. All the others remember what they were and pay for it daily.
But you turn your back on everything you don't like. You do whatever you like, see only the things you like, and for yourself alone.
Yes,
Diantre.
Rose can attest to that.
You refused to see me for what I was. I lied to you, but I wanted to be caught. You pretended to be understanding, to be a gentleman. You never made a conscious attempt to reach out to me. The only time you did was when I gave you no choice but to do so.
I was just trying not to.
What? Trying not to hurt me? Dear, the one you were trying not to hurt was yourself. Avoiding the truth under the guise of kindness is all that you did. It occurred to you to do nothing but look out for yourself. Even if you claim that it was for my sake, that feeling was nowhere to be seen. In the end, everything was for your sake. I was never part of the picture.
Exactly right. So you see, you're a perfect representative of the masses we need to protect. This is why we chose you. You accepted the fiction we've provided, obeyed our orders, and did everything you were told to. The exercise is a resounding success.
Didn't I tell you that GW was still incomplete? But not anymore, thanks to you.
Your persona, experiences, triumphs, and defeats are nothing but byproducts. The real objective was ensuring that we could generate and manipulate them. It's taken a lot of time and money, but it was well worth it considering the results. I think that's enough talk. It's time for the final exercise. Raiden, take Solidus down.
Think again. I'm through doing what I'm told.
Oh, really? Aren't you forgetting something?
If you die, my child dies.
The termination of vital signals from your nanomachines means the death of Olga's child. Not to mention the death of Rose. She's wired the same way.
Rose, does she actually exist?
Of course I do, Jack. You have to believe me.
Damn!
It will be a fight to the death.
Solidus at least wants you dead.
We will collect the necessary data from this last fight. Then we'll consider the exercise closed. So, Jack the Ripper, will it be Solidus, the Patriot's creation, or you, Solidus's creation? Our beloved monsters, enjoy yourselves.
Jack,
¿Quién tú crees? ¿Quién tú
My
crees? ¿Quién tú
son.
crees?
my clone brothers and I are called monsters, replicates of evil genes. You are one of a kind, but still a monster, shaped by a dark and secret history. We need to decide which monstrosity will have the privilege of survival. By the way, Jack, I was the one who killed your parents. I I claimed you for my own and raised you as a soldier in the army of the devil. I am your foster father and your worst enemy.
Why?
Because I needed to know whether we were really someone else's creation. We're repeating history, Jack. Liquid and Solid hunted down Big Boss, trying to sever the tie that bound them to him. Unless you kill me and face your past, Jack, you will never escape. You'll stay in the endless loop, your own double helix. It's time we were both free.
Vamos a ver lo que pasa aquí.
I have other reasons for wanting you dead. The clues to the Patriots inside GW have been erased, but there are other traces. Inside you.
What?
The information is being carried by the nanomachines in your cerebral cortex, and throughout the neural network they formed.
Vamos a ver cómo me va.
Brace yourself.
Prepárate. Muy bien. Párate, idiota.
What's wrong with you? Is that the best you could do? What's wrong with you?
Me caí. Se me olvidó grabarlo. Se me olvidó grabarlo. Okay. No me hable de esto. ¿Pero qué es esto?
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Let's go.
Puñeta, no llego. No te los quitaste. A ver si les paro.
Right. You have to be Solidus. This is your last duty.
We're not just pawns in some simulation game, you know.
Yes, you are. You're nothing but mere weapons. No different from fighter jets or tanks.
What the?
The old model destroyed 4 years ago was Rex.
The new amphibious model is Ray.
Both of these are the same as the code names used by the U.S. Armed Forces to refer to Japanese warplanes during World War II.
Your code name, Raiden, too, comes from the Japanese Navy's name for one of its interceptors.
Stop it. I'm not a weapon.
Oh, really? You know the code name the U.S. Armed Forces used for the Japanese fighter Raiden?
It was Jack. Both of you are just weapons to be used and thrown away.
Just weapons to be used on the battlefield. Just pawns in a game.
¿Lo puedo grabar?
What?
Is that the best you can do?
Coño. Vamos a salir ahora. Ay.
Is that the best you can do? Take this.
Ahí está. Una serpiente menos. Ajá. Ahí bien. Me jodió. Ya. Qué clase de tajo le hizo. Ay. Ay. Adiós, Solid. Adiós, Solid. Chao. ¿Qué le pasó a Solid? Voy a cambiar la vista. Empezó a salir la gente.
Who am I, really? No one quite knows who or what they are. The memories you have and the role you were assigned are burdens you had to carry. It doesn't matter if they were real or not. That's never the point. There's no such thing in the world as absolute reality. Most of what they call real is actually fiction. What you think you see is only as real as your brain tells you it is.
Corre.
Then, what am I supposed to believe in? What am I going to leave behind when I'm through?
We can tell other people about having faith. What we had faith in. What we found important enough to fight for. It's not whether you were right or wrong, but how much faith you were willing to have. That decides the future. The Patriots are a kind of ongoing fiction too, come to think of it. Listen, don't obsess over words so much. Find the meaning behind the words, then decide. You can find your own name. And your own future.
Decide for myself?
And whatever you choose will be you.
I don't know if I can.
I know you didn't have much in terms of choices this time. But everything you felt, thought about during this mission is yours. And what you decide to do with them is your choice.
You mean start over?
Yeah, a clean slate, a new name, new memories. Choose your own legacy. It's for you to decide. It's up to you. By the way, what is that?
Dog tags.
Anyone you know?
No, never heard the name before. I'll pick my own name, and my own life. I'll find something worth passing on.
Duro, corillo, lo terminamos.
They taught me some good things, too.
I know. We've inherited freedom from all those who fought for it. We all have the freedom to spread the word, even me.
Snake, what about Olga's child?
Don't worry, I'll find him, count on it. As long as you keep yourself alive, he's safe.
Do you know where Liquid went?
I put a transmitter on his ray.
Did he head for the Patriots?
Yeah, but I have a feeling they gave Ocelot a bogus location to begin with. Cheer up, we have a better lead. This contains the list of all the Patriots.
But Ocelot took it.
The one we gave you wasn't the real thing.
What?
This virus is coded to destroy only a specific part of GW, namely the information about the Patriots' identity. Which means that there's a parameter coded in here that defines what that information is.
I get it. Analyze the code and you can probably find out where they operate. Count me in.
No, you have things to do first. And people you need to talk to.
Mira que el cerebro es una cosa. Sabes que no es real, chico.
Snake?
What's wrong?
Nothing. Can I ask you something? Who am I, really?
I wouldn't know. But we're going to find out together, aren't we?
Oh. Yeah.
See me for what I am, okay?
I know.
Ay, se enamoró Jack.
Do you remember this place?
Of course. This is where we first met. I remember now.
Hmm?
Today is the day I met you.
That's it.
En otros juegos fue igual, hubo una historia brutal y a lo último, después de los créditos, hubo
I think I found
historia.
something to pass along to the future.
What?
He said all living things want their genes to live on.
Are you talking about the baby?
Yeah. The genes aren't the only thing you pass on. There are too many things that aren't written into our DNA. It's up to us to teach that to our children.
What kind of things?
About the environment, our ideas, our culture, poetry, compassion, sorrow, joy. We'll tell them everything together.
Is that a proposal?
This is for your ears only.
De vaso se frizó. Sí, se frizó de emulador, corillo. Y no pude ver el final. El final siempre sale algo. Bueno, corillo, se acabó. Se acabó Metal Gear. Ahora nos queda Metal Gear 3. Eso lo empezamos después. Espero que les haya gustado Metal Gear 2. A mí me gustó, estuvo súper bueno, súper cool. Gracias, Denny, gracias. Vamos a ver si puedo abrirlo. Yo lo grabé en la pelea, ¿verdad? Yo lo grabé en la última pelea. Yo puedo poner la última cinemática, yo creo, ¿no? Sí, yo creo que yo puedo poner la última cinemática. Que quiero ver lo último que sale en la historia. Porque eso es el inicio del próximo juego. ¿Por qué no te deja bajar un charter? Cuéntame. ¿Qué es lo que te sale? ¿Qué es lo que te sale? Cuéntame. Tienes que bajarle listo. Fíjate por listo. Yo lo mato rápido. Yo lo mato rápido, carillo. Mira, ¿qué es lo que te hace? Cuéntame. Yo lo voy a matar enseguida. Yo le voy a ir ahorita bien grande. Mira, me tiré. Qué bruto. Le di al X en vez de al triángulo. Yo te voy a buscar un chat de ahora. Déjame terminar aquí. Porque quiero ver la historia del final. Y te busco la historia de un charter ahora. Te busco un charter. Vale, vente, vamos. Ya está hecho. Te voy a grabar. No, ¿qué crees? Mira, a ver qué por fuego.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
Ahí estamos, vamos.
Let's go.
No sigue tirando los cuadritos estos. ¡Ay! Busto, no sigas tirando nada. Dime, amor. Como no te escucho, pensé que estaba haciendo algo. ¿Estás bien? Vamos a jugar ahora ahí, pecho. Entra a jugar esto. ¡Mierda! ¡Qué jodiendo! Ya me están de la cara ahora.
Is that the best?
Mira, me están de la cara por ahí. Diablo, me cogió cayendo. No, esto es lo mejor que puedo hacer. Ya. Ahora esquipeo.
There's no sense.
Ya esquipeo, voy a esquipear. Quiero llegar hasta el final.
Do you remember this place?
Sí, lo recuerdo de este lugar.
Of course.
Super lindo.
This is where we first met.
Sí,
I remember now. Today is the day I met you.
That's it.
Quiero ver si después del cast hay algo. No me voy a esquipear esto ahora. Voy a buscar el tercero, que esto sale el videito este. Uncharted. ¿Cuál es el primero? ¿Quieres bajar?
I think I found something to pass along to the future.
What?
He said all living things want their genes to live on.
Are you talking about the baby?
Yeah. But genes aren't the only thing you pass on. There are too many things that aren't written into our DNA. It's up to us to teach that to our children.
What kind of things?
About the environment, our ideas, our culture, poetry, compassion, sorrow, joy. We'll tell them everything together.
Is that a proposal?
This is for your ears only.
I stare at the stars and the sky up above and think, what am I
Mira, te voy a poner la dirección aquí.
made of?
Que tengamos en español, ok.
Am I full
Vamos a ver.
of sorrow? Am I hurt
Te
and
envié
pain?
este.
Or
Te voy a enviar uno
am I
aquí.
filled with love? I
Ese no tiene la voz en
walk by
español.
myself on the streets below and ask every child I know, do you think tomorrow will bring sun or rain? Which one of these will show? I can't say goodbye to yesterday, my friend. I keep holding on till the end. Out of the darkness, there is no other way than the light leading to yesterday.
Grammarly does more than catch errors. With Grammarly, you can find really good.
Inner peace, not war, and dreams that I let slip away. I'll find the joyfulness I'm looking for way back in yesterday. Why can't each of us in the world ever see the best things in life are free? Little sounds of laughter, a warm hug, a smile, a kiss from you to me. I fall to cry and I cry. Love, do not
¿Qué?
pass me by. Happy
¿Y si se caga ya?
ever after. Please stay for a while. Make time.
Voy, bebé.
Refuse to fly. I can't say goodbye to yesterday, my friend, 'cause I know how good it has been. Facing forever, here I stand, come what may. Bring the old, bring the new, yesterday. It's there that I'll find inner peace, not war, and dreams that I let slip away. I'll find the joyfulness I'm looking for way back in yesterday.
Otra vez lo cerré. Estamos llegando al final ya, corillo. Estamos llegando al final. Esto es lo que yo quería. Exactamente esto es lo que yo quería. Esta parte aquí. A ver si sale algo. Te dije que
Life
salía
isn't
algo.
just about passing on your genes.
Te dije.
We can leave behind much more than just DNA. Through speech, music, literature, and movies, what we've seen, heard, felt, anger, joy, and sorrow. These are the things I will pass on. That's what I live for. We need to pass the torch and let our children read our messy and sad history by its light.
Ahí está el español.
We have all the magic of the digital age to do that with. The human race will probably come to an end sometime, and new species may rule over this planet. Earth may not be forever, but we still have the responsibility to leave what traces of life we can. Building the future and keeping the past alive are one and the same thing.
Snake, you there?
Ahí está,
It's
¿viste?
me. I've finished going over that disc.
Did you find the Patriots list?
Of course. It contains the personal data of 12 people.
Mira,
There was a name on it.
control.
Snake, it was one of our biggest contributors.
¿Quién?
What's going on around here?
I don't know.
Anyway, where are they?
Well, we were right about them being on Manhattan, but
But what?
they're already dead. All 12 of them.
When did it happen?
Well, about 100 years ago.
¿Qué?
What the hell?
¿Qué? ¿Viste qué duro es escuchar esto? Y que 13 horas, pero fue que dejé el emulador prendido. Cuando me fui ahorita y viré. Diantre. Más de 115 personas. Alertas 42. 48. 628. Diantre los Patriots. Sí, mi amor, voy por ahí. ¿Cómo? Lo sé. 15 millones tiene que darle a ella. Y es pagar 2 millones, no sé de en qué. Code Elephant. Me dieron el código elefante. Tiene una cámara de producción. No, la maestra. Le peina, la peina siempre. Ahí está, corillo. Eso es lo que quería ver. Eso es lo que quería ver. Lo hicimos. A coger el quesito, voy a hacer unas cositas aquí y como en 15 o 20 minutos le metemos a Apex. Estamos ready. Angel, Angel, pendiente, papi. Mira, te envié los dos links. El último link es el de Mega, es el de español. Chocate a ver si te funciona. Dale ese corillo. Ya terminamos Metal Gear 2. Ahora falta mañana empezamos con Metal Gear 3. Snake Eater. Uno de los más duros. Ya está.